For over 15 years, I've usually been one of the head writers, directors, and one of the head producers of my films. But this time, I did something completely different. I joined a 48-hour film festival as just the editor and part of the crew. And honestly, it changed the way I look at filmmaking. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Adrian Nuno and I am a filmmaker and creative living in Chicago. And this channel is all about the messy middle of chasing your dreams. So if you're into filmmaking or personal growth or both, be sure to hit that subscribe button as I post new videos every single month. So for those who don't know what a 48-hour film festival is, I'll give a little recap. Basically, in 48 hours, you have to write, film, and edit an entire short film from start to finish. In our case, we were given from 7 p.m. on Friday until 7 p.m. on Sunday to have the entire process done and have a complete finished film. And I have to be honest, going into this project, it felt a little weird not being the head of the ship. Whether it was the brainstorming session where we came up with the story or being there on set, helping with the filming. But overall, though, it was a really fun process and a fun time to be a part of this whole thing from start to end, because for the first time in a long time, I got to be a part of a lot of pieces of the process that I normally don't get to be a part of due to me having a much larger role on other sets in the past, and most recently on Final Frame. And then, of course, when the edit came along, that was my time to shine, and I got right to work, especially as they were filming other scenes still. I was trying to put together what we had so far of what we had recorded as the clock was ticking, and we knew that we were starting to get to the point where in 24 hours we were going to have a final cut finished and send in. But nonetheless, we got through it all, and on Sunday at 7 o'clock, we had a finished product and turned that in, and I am so proud of the finished product. All in all, though, I learned a few lessons from this process. In fact, I will even say it's 3 lessons that I took away from doing this 48-hour film festival. Number 1 is stressing all the more the importance of collaboration in the world of filmmaking. I mean, stepping back gave me a new appreciation for teamwork, because when you're not in charge, you really get to see the brilliance of other people shine. Because when you're on a set as a director, you are often thinking more so in terms of the story, the actors, and making sure you get the shots you need and getting to make the most out of your day. And so I really don't get to really step back as much and really see everyone else doing their part in the process. I really have learned to appreciate collaboration more and hope to take that with me on future projects. The second lesson I learned in this whole process is a lovely little word called patience. I had to really learn to trust the process of this entire thing instead of trying to control it and having to have a bird's eye view of the entire thing. And so learning to have more patience on the process of this entire project made me a better collaborator. And number 3, I think the biggest thing I learned is just how rewarding the final outcome was altogether. It wasn't just about my vision, it was about our vision. And finishing the film together was way more rewarding than doing it alone. And how does one reward themselves for getting a film done in 48 hours? Well, no other way than to see David Archuleta perform at Market Days right here in Chicago. And that was the perfect cap on a very creative, very at times stressful, but altogether very fun 48-hour filmmaking weekend. And earlier this week, we actually got to go to a screening of our film right here in Chicago, where we were competing against a few other films for the Audience Choice Award in our screening block. And I was so happy to find out that we had won the Audience Choice Award for our screening block. And so now we advance to the next screening, which will be in September at the Music Box Theater here in Chicago, where we will face off against a few other Audience Choice favorites and see who will prevail amongst all the screenings that will take place that night. But nonetheless, whether we win the next top honors at that screening, I am so proud of this project. I love this project so much. So to everyone who played a part in making this film possible, thank you so much for making it such a fun, crazy, but very overall fun time to be a part of. You know, sometimes as creatives, we want to prove ourselves by being able to take on everything ourselves. But the real magic happens when we let go, step back, and create with others. So if you've ever thought about joining a 48-hour film festival or just collaborating on something creative, do it. You'll learn more about yourself than you might expect. And with that, that is my look back on the 48-hour film festival, as well as the 3 key takeaways that I took from that lovely, fun weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be safe, be happy, be well, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, y'all. Literally throughout the filming of this video, like, the sun has been peeking out at like random points, and I'm trying to like maneuver around it because it's just blinding, but I got through it. And so making videos sometimes is a time, y'all. Okay, seriously, now for real. Bye.